Hello friends, as promised, we are here with GST course. By the end of this course, you will be able to understand and work on following: basic concepts of GST, reverse charge mechanism under GST, tax invoice, time and place of supply, mixed supply and composite supply, composition levy, TDS and TCS under GST, payment of tax interest penalty, input tax credit, how to file GSTR1 and GSTR3B, e-way bill, and e-invoicing. So we would start with basic concepts of GST. So what are the features of GST? Number one, it is one nation, one tax, and one market. So India is one nation and one market as per GST. GST was enacted and finally started working from 1st July 2017. Before that is before 1st of July 2017, there were various other taxes which were there. Some of them are service tax, excise duty, VAT, luxury tax, octroi duty, central sales tax, entertainment tax, and state excise duty. From 1st July 2017, goods and service tax has subsumed all other taxes. It means that now there are no other taxes except goods and service tax under indirect taxation. Now, second point is events are based on concept of supply. So the taxable event under GST Act is supply. What is taxable event? Taxable event means an event which triggers the taxability under any act. So if I say it was service tax, then providing service was the taxable event. In case of excise duty, it was manufacturing or production of goods, which was a taxable event. Under VAT and under central sales tax, it was sales, which was a taxable event. In the same way, in the case of GST, it is the supply, which is a taxable event. The concept of supply has been discussed in length in the coming lectures and PPT. Third is streamlining and cross-utilization of input tax credit. Input tax credit was very much there under old regime, that is VAT, CST, and service tax. However, the benefits of input tax credit are fully reaped, or in maximum it are reaped under GST. We will just understand the concept of input tax credit first, and then again I will come to this slide. So say Mr. A is a wholesaler, Mr. B is a retailer, and Mr. C is a consumer. Mr. A sold to Mr. B goods worth rupees 1 lakh, charging GST at the rate of 18%. So the invoice value is 1,18,000. So Mr. A would collect 1,18,000 from Mr. B. Out of that, 18,000 would be paid to the government, and the same will be shown under GSTR1 by Mr. A. When the same is shown by GSTR1 by Mr. A, the details of the same would be auto-populated in GSTR2A of party B, that is Mr. B, retailer. Now suppose the same goods are sold by Mr. B to Mr. C after adding some value addition and profit at rupees 1,20,000. GST again at the rate of 18% is 21,600, and the invoice value is 1,41,600. Now here what will happen, that Mr. C has paid to Mr. B GST amount of rupees 21,600, but while filing GSTR1, Mr. B would utilize the input tax credit which was lying in his books of rupees 18,000, and he will be liable to pay only rupees 3,600 in cash. So the GST liability would be paid in two parts. Number one, 18,000 by way of ITC, and rupees 3,600 in cash. Whatever is there, whatever is auto-populated in GSTR2A is actually the input tax credit, ITC. Again, coming to the old slide, features of GST. Next is revolutionary invoice matching concept. This we will discuss in coming slides. GST Council, GST governing body this is the GST governing body with powers to take decisions on rates, GST rates, exemptions, threshold exemptions, etc. Voting power is like 33.33% with the state government and 66.66% with central government. Union Finance Minister is the chairman of this GST Council. As I told you, from 1st July 2017, GST is applicable and all other taxes are subsumed or they are not there now. However, still there are certain products on which there is no GST, but central excise duty is still applicable on the same. What are those products? Number one, petrol, high-speed diesel, natural gas, aviation turbine fuel, and crude petroleum. On these products, still there is central excise duty charged by Government of India and GST is not applicable. In the next lecture, we would cover the concept of supply. Schedule 1, Schedule 2, and Schedule 3 under concept of supply, composite supply, and mixed supply. Thank you so much for listening to me and for patience hearing. Thank you so much.